Hi everyone, Ukrainian accent with you.
Добрий вечір. Наконець-то, Надя, я тебе побачила.
I've just watched one Ukrainian film and now I've got reaction like this. The film is called Stranger by Dmytro Tomaszpolsky. It's a science fiction thriller with some elements of horror. I really tried to understand this film, but...
Таке чувство, що Бог наказує нас за щось, мені кажеться. Я, напевно, знаю за що, але я не можу вам сказати.
So, what do I have to start with? I think from asking you to like the video, subscribe to the channel and write a comment. All these actions will help to promote my channel on YouTube. Of course, if you want to support my channel in other ways, you can donate on Buy Me a Coffee. And now we can dive into the surreal plot of the film, in which it's difficult to realize where reality ends and imagination begins. But I'm getting ahead of myself. A women's synchronized swimming team disappeared during their performance without a trace.
Hello, how are you? I am under the water. Please help me.
An investigator Hluchovska took on that mysterious investigation and it became her first unsolved case. It was taken from her without any explanations. 6 years later, Hluchovska gets one more case. A patient mysteriously vanished while taking a pine pearl bath at City Water Treatment Clinic number 4. The odd thing is, the water treatment clinic is located on the territory of the aeration station, and the clinic isn't listed in any directory. At the same time, Hluchovska is being followed by a middle-aged lost man named Zezula.
Доброго дня, Зозуля.
Зезуля. Моє прізвище Зезуля.
Вибачте.
Every time he asks if anyone has been looking for him, if anyone has filed a missing person report. Because he's been gone for a week now. Already a week, missing without a trace. But no one has been looking for him. The investigator Hluchovska goes to the clinic as a patient, as she's sure that two cases are connected. She requests that the medical staff include pine pearl bath in her treatment plan.
Я виписала всі необхідні процедури, пацієнтка попросила додатково хвойно-перлинні ванни.
Хвойно-перлинні?
Одна знайома порекомендувала.
They agree to her request, but they warn her not to leave the water clinic. The nurse leads Hluchovska to her room, and the investigator notices that strange order of the rooms. Moreover, Hluchovska sees that the nurse's uniform is blood-spotted. The nurse leaves the investigator alone, and the woman starts observing her room. She finds a picture of women near the lake and book, The Magic Mountain by Thomas Mann there. A few minutes earlier, the main doctor said the nurse to put the book in Hluchovska's room, so they knew about the inspector's arrival. Meanwhile, the inspector Hluchovska comes to the other patients of the clinic. The women behave themselves like sirens, calling Hluchovska, join them in the pool.
Звичайно, ми вам все розкажемо. Йдіть до нас. Не бійтесь. Не бійтеся.
When she does so, everyone disappears. Hluchovska breaks the rule not to leave the water clinic and becomes the witness of an odd event. At 12 o'clock, a group of station aerators, all in yellow protective suits, heads to the water treatment clinic.
Ви в небезпеці.
The staff asks Hluchovska to come back, so she has to return into the clinic without any explanations. Instead, Hluchovska visits the clinic library. There she meets two women who predict events when you sneeze.
Що це означає?
Щось було.
Ось вам перевірена інформація.
At the same time, Zezula begs the nurse of the ambulance to hospitalize him, but she refuses as Zezula is healthy. In the water clinic, Hluchovska explores the mystery room and finds a mirror with a scary thing inside and a scary doll. The only reaction the investigator has is...
Розберемось.
Feeling hopeless, Zezula wants to end his life by suicide, but a station worker tries to stop him by a motivational speech.
Я скажу те, що для тебе не новина. Світ не такий вже сонячний і привітний. Це дуже небезпечне, жорстке місце.
Actually, she just says,
Ви, напевно, думаєте, що хтось вас зупинить? Почне умовляти не робити цього? Даремно. Ви нікому не потрібні.
and it works. The next day, to be honest, I've lost in the timeline of the film, so let be the next day. The next day, Gluchovska investigates the head doctor's cabinet. She finds the interesting map with location of the rooms which have odd order number. Additionally, she finds the list with the patients and the lost woman initials in it. The inspector corrects the victim's initials to her own. After that, some mysterious things happens into Gluchovska's room. The scary doll and the women on the mystery picture become alive. But when the investigator wakes up, it appears that nothing has moved at all.
Одну хвилинку, не зрозумів.
No, sure.
Що ви смієтеся?
Ні, серйозно.
Eventually, Gluchovska goes to take the pine pearl bath and events unfold simultaneously. The clock turns to 12, mystery orators carry out a struggling body in a closed bag, throw it away in the water, and Gluchovska drowns in the bath. The scene changes. Another woman is taking a bath in her flat and the doorbell interrupts her. It's Inspector Gluchovska.
Я вас знайшла. А не навпаки?
Sorry. What did you say?
If the events were hardly understandable before that moment, now we are diving into surrealism. The lost woman, Claudia, explains Gluchovska all the period of the events like it was her who investigates the disappearance of Gluchovska. Moreover, both Claudia and Gluchovska agreed to meet with one more patient from the water clinic to get some important information. However, only Claudia met with not that woman. Instead, she met some from the shape of water. Oops, it's another universe.
Вам немає чого боятись.
Gluchovska finds out that Claudia was a person who took that case of the disappeared women's synchronized swimming team 5 years ago. Moreover, Claudia tells her that all the women from the mystery picture are the disappeared girls.
Який жах?
Який жах? А що, не жах?
What about Zezula? Well, he comes to the water clinic where aerators are waiting for him.
Як уже буде, та буде.
The investigator Gluchovska gives the scary doll for the examination. She learns that the real hair grows on the doll's head. And also she finds out that Claudia is only her imagination. Or not. So Gluchovska comes back to Claudia's apartment, but instead of Claudia, the inspector meets a lonely mother and her little daughter. The little girl sneezes, and after that Gluchovska reads the prediction.
Що саме пішло, те саме і повернеться.
The imaginative Claudia thinks that the prediction talks about Zezula, and Gluchovska wants to find him. Meanwhile, the orators carry out a straggling body in a closed bag. Finally, the investigator realizes the prediction: what goes around comes around. She has to come back to the pine pearl bath, so she must drown herself. She wakes up in her room or in her hallucinations with a strange creature who throws several conspiracy theories at her. Eventually, she emerges from the pine pearl bath. She confronts the main doctor and accuses her into writing both statements of loss. The doctor doesn't deny it. Moreover, she tells the investigators the truth. She is Claudia.
Оце так несподіванка.
Gluchovska asks about Zezula. Claudia tells her that it's too late to look for him. But she adds that Gluchovska can improve the situation if she one of them. I have no idea who they are. Still, Gluchovska tries to save Zezula and set the clock back. It works. She saves Zezula, and she saves also all the women from synchronized swimming team. Zezula finds his family and the water clinic flies away.
Wait, what?
Well, it was such a long film and I tried to describe it in its details, but I still don't know what it is about. Too surreal for me. But if you are a fan of experimental films, you may like it. What experimental films can you suggest? Write their names in the comments. Although I haven't realized the meaning of film, I cannot deny the fact that it was impressive. All the shots are incredible, as well as the music. And of course, water. There are lots of incredible shots of water. There is more water than in my diploma thesis.
З усіх моїх приколів цей найтупіший.
And if you were surprised by actor's poker face, you should know it was made for purpose. What is the purpose? I don't know. And as the traditional, I found some Ukrainian phrases in this realistic film. But before that, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Moreover, if you want to support Ukraine in our fight against real evil, you can donate to the official funds. All the links you'll find below the video. Thank you for your watching, and now Ukrainian phrases.
Можна глянути? Ви маєте на увазі справу про зниклу команду синхронного плавання? Здається, ви десь забруднили свій халат. Невже?
А вам яке діло?